Hello, good morning and welcome to the Competitive Edges Daily Current Affairs series. Today is 17th August 2026 morning. We are here to help aspirants of civil services, APPSC Group 1 and 2, UPSC, SSC, RRB, Bank PO exams, Police SI and Constables, junior and degree college lecturers. Let's dive straight into the news. Moving on to news related to international. Army Chief General Dhiraj Seth visited Nepal to strengthen bilateral military ties and participate in an investiture ceremony. Background: India and Nepal share a unique, long-standing tradition of conferring the honorary rank of General of the Army to each other's army chiefs. Army Chief General Dhiraj Seth visited Nepal. The Nepalese President conferred on him the honorary rank of General of the Nepali Army. The ceremony took place at Rashtrapati Bhawan in Nepal. Static GK: Nepal shares its border with 5 Indian states, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, and Sikkim. Capital: Kathmandu. Currency: Nepalese rupee. Strategic analysts emphasize the importance of rebuilding diplomatic ties with Dhaka while factoring in regional security dynamics involving China and Pakistan, recalling the 1970-71 genocide. Background: the 1970-71 genocide in East Pakistan resulted in the killing of over 2 million people and widespread atrocities before the emergence of independent Bangladesh under the leadership of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. The historical genocide in East Pakistan occurred during 1970-71. Over 2 million East Pakistanis were killed during the conflict. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was elected Prime Minister of Pakistan prior to the crackdown. Commentators have analyzed the monumental role played by former Chinese leader Zhou Rongzi in shaping China's economic rise during the late 20th and early 21st centuries. Background: Zhou Rongzi served as a key economic reformer in the People's Republic of China, comparable in economic impact to multiministerial reform architects in other major developing economies. Zhou Rongzi is credited with spearheading pivotal structural reforms in China's economy. His governance style is frequently compared to major fiscal and economic reformers of South Asia. The Bangladesh Foreign Ministry requested Indian authorities to expeditiously act on the extradition of former Prime Minister SMT Sheikh Hasina and other fugitive criminals, including accused killers of Shahid Sharif Usman Hadi, ahead of a planned prime ministerial visit. The request is made in compliance with the bilateral extradition treaty between India and Bangladesh. The statement was issued by Bangladesh Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mr. Shahidul Karim. The demand includes the extradition of SMT, Sheikh Hasina and specific accused individuals in the killing of Shahid Sharif Usman Hadi. Iranian Army Chief Amir Hatmi announced a financial bounty following numerous requests for participation in financial support. Bounty amount set at $30,000 for killing or capturing United States soldiers. Announcement made by Army Chief Amir Hatmi. Plan drawn up in response to domestic requests for financial support. Bangladesh stated that Prime Minister Rahman will not visit India until former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is extradited. Prerequisite set for Prime Minister Rahman's New Delhi visit. Demand centers on the extradition of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh insists on an appropriate diplomatic environment prior to bilateral visits. The Indian men's hockey team faces England in a high-intensity match following their opening tournament victory. Tournament FIH, Men's Hockey World Cup 2026. India began their campaign with a 3-1 win over Wales. Wales is ranked lower than India in international standings. United States launched the PX Silica initiative to secure supply chains for artificial intelligence models, semiconductors, and critical minerals. The PX Silica initiative targets supply chain security for semiconductors and critical minerals. It is a strategic move amid technology rivalry between Washington and Beijing. The policy forces international partners to align with United States technology standards. Severe economic distress forces vulnerable Afghan citizens into begging, scrap collection and scavenging for fuel. Marks 5 years of ongoing economic and humanitarian crisis under Taliban administration. Scarcity of formal jobs has led to widespread informal scavenging and begging. Fuel scarcity severely impacts daily survival during harsh seasons. The naval redeployment raises strategic concerns regarding the United States military presence in the Pacific amidst increased Chinese military activity. USS George Washington replaces USS Abraham Lincoln. The shift impacts naval asset distribution in the Indo-Pacific region. Occurs concurrently with rising maritime tensions involving China. A Quast survey indicated that the right-wing challenger is closing the gap ahead of the upcoming October presidential election. Poll released by the Quast Survey Institute. Contenders include incumbent President Sri Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva and challenger Sri Flávio Bolsonaro. The presidential election is scheduled for October. Static GK, Brazil is the largest country in South America, with its capital located in Brasilia and currency being the Brazilian real. The Taliban marked 5 years in power with a military parade in Kabul, amidst severe warnings from human rights and aid organizations regarding the worsening humanitarian crisis. Background: the Taliban regained control of Afghanistan in August 2021 following the withdrawal of United States forces and the collapse of the Western-backed government. Milestone marked 5 years in power. Location of parade: Kabul, Afghanistan. Primary concerns raised: severe human rights violations and worsening humanitarian conditions. A Spanish F-18 fighter jet shot down an unidentified drone in Romanian airspace near the Ukrainian border. Background: Romania, a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, shares a border with Ukraine, and its eastern seaboard near the Black Sea has frequently been exposed to regional military escalations. Aircraft involved: Spanish F-18 fighter jet. Location: Romanian airspace near Ukraine. Target neutralized, unidentified drone. Static GK, Romania is a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization with its capital in Bucharest and currency as the Romanian leu. The denial was issued following a report by Iran's Fars news agency claiming the detention of the pilots by Qatari forces. Entity issuing denial: Qatari authorities. Source of initial report: Iran's Fars news agency. Allegation: detention of 3 Iranian military pilots. Static GK, Qatar is a peninsula in Western Asia with its capital in Doha and currency as the Qatari rial. Iranian authorities detained 2 French diplomats amidst an ongoing investigation into alleged foreign interference. Background: diplomatic ties between Tehran and Paris have experienced persistent strain over geopolitical disagreements and the detention of foreign nationals. Country of detention: Iran. Nationality of detainees: 2 French diplomats. Reason cited: foreign interference probe. Israeli military strikes in Lebanon resulted in 11 casualties, drawing swift condemnation from Iran. Background: cross-border hostilities between Israel and Hezbollah have persisted alongside regional escalations. Location of strikes: Lebanon. Casualties reported: 11 deaths, including civilians. Stated target of military: Hezbollah military infrastructure. Condemning nation: Iran. Moving on to news related to national. Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar stated that the special intensive revision helped Bihar achieve a record high poll turnout in 2025. The 2025 Bihar Assembly election recorded the highest voter turnout since independence. Turnout rates surpassed those of developed nations including France, Japan and Spain. Statement issued by Chief Election Commissioner Shri Gyanesh Kumar. Constitutional references. Article 324 of the Constitution of India provides for the establishment of the Election Commission of India. The census chief clarified that no private data is being sought and identity details will be collected only if available. Background: the upcoming census questionnaire introduces new data fields compared to previous decennial exercises. Census questionnaire will include 13 new questions or data fields not present in Census 2011. Census 2011 questionnaire contained 29 questions. Clarification issued by the census chief for the Union Territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Tamil Nadu initiated the desilting of water bodies and irrigation channels under the VBG-Ramji scheme ahead of the northeast monsoon. Project launched under the VBG-Ramji scheme in Tamil Nadu aims to desilt water bodies and irrigation channels before the northeast monsoon. Objective is to maximize rainwater storage capacity, raise the groundwater table and improve agriculture. Tamil Nadu ministers announced multiple pipeline initiatives to transform and make the state's tourism sector inclusive. River tourism to be promoted by connecting the Kaveri and Thamirabrani rivers. Government considering free travel facilities for senior citizens. Focuses on making tourism inclusive and accessible. National Mineral Development Corporation announced its latest production figures and set ambitious targets for future fiscal years. Achieved production of 53.15 metric tons. Production target set at 60 metric tons for financial year 2027. Target scaled up to 100 metric tons by 2030. Karnataka is yet to implement multi-pair kidney swab transplants 4 months after regulatory provisions or discussions arose. Background: kidney paired exchange allows a medically incompatible donor-recipient pair to match with another pair, while multi-pair exchanges extend this to 3 or more pairs. Kidney paired exchange allows incompatible donors to donate to compatible recipients in a swap arrangement. Multi-pair exchange extends the arrangement to 3 or more donor-recipient pairs. Implementation delayed in Karnataka 4 months on. Food Safety and Standards Authority of India reported that 6 food companies rectified misleading claims and trademarks following regulatory notices. Background: the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India routinely monitors food business operators to prevent deceptive marketing and protect consumer interests. 6 food business operators took prompt corrective actions. Action followed notices issued by the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. Companies rectified misleading claims and trademarks. Static GK, Food Safety and Standards Authority of India functions under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Headquarters, New Delhi. Telangana farmers opposed the government's decision to restrict the 500 rupee per quintal paddy bonus to 7 notified varieties, expressing concern over the exclusion of farmers preserving their own quality seeds. The bonus amount contested by farmers is 500 rupee per quintal. The restriction applies specifically to 7 notified paddy varieties. Farmers argue that using self-preserved quality seeds risks exclusion from the incentive scheme. Chief Minister Shri A. Revant Reddy offered prayers at Medaram and launched a water treatment plant along with new social security pensions for widows and single women. Chief Minister Shri A. Revant Reddy visited Medaram to offer prayers. New social security pensions were launched for widows and single women. A new water treatment plant was inaugurated as part of the welfare rollout. Chief Minister Shri A. Revant Reddy inaugurated Dr. MCRTIMS in Sanathnagar, establishing a major multispecialty medical facility in Hyderabad. Facility name: Dr. MCRTIMS, located in Sanathnagar, Hyderabad. Total bed capacity stands at 1,082 beds. Specialized services include cardiac, renal, transplant, and trauma sciences. The Odisha government cancelled leave for all government officers as heavy rain and flooding impacted nearly 5.15 lakh people across 947 villages. Total affected population, approximately 5.15 lakh people. Affected villages count, 947 villages across multiple districts. Red and orange weather warnings were issued in several districts. Leave for all government officers was cancelled to manage the emergency. The Chief Electoral Officer is set to release the draft electoral roll, excluding names categorized under ASDD, absent, shifted, dead, and duplicate. Total number of excluded voters under ASDD category, approximately 73.39 lakh. ASDD stands for absent, shifted, dead, and duplicate voters. The draft roll publication is scheduled for release on Monday. Union Minister for Railways Shri Ashwini Vaishnav directed officials to implement immediate corrective measures to strengthen safe drinking water systems across the railway network. Union Minister for Railways Shri Ashwini Vaishnav. Review conducted alongside the Railway Board Chairman, Chief Executive Officer and senior officials. Focus is on immediate corrective actions for drinking water safety. Public policy discussions emphasize the urgent need to curb the sale of unhealthy packaged food, noting high availability around schools and rising obesity rates among children. Percentage of packaged food products available near schools, nearly 80%. Proportion of school-age children classified as overweight or obese, up to 10%. Public health experts urge regulatory intervention despite potential commercial resistance. The Vice President emphasized that artificial intelligence and quantum technologies will shape the future during an academic convocation in Tamil Nadu. A total of 11,684 graduates were eligible for degrees across campuses under the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. The focus of the address was on emerging fields like artificial intelligence and quantum technologies. The Chhattisgarh government announced the creation of digital records for security personnel killed in anti-Naxal operations in Bastar since 2000. Background: the initiative aims to honor personnel who lost their lives in anti-Naxal operations in the Bastar region over the last 2 decades. Total number of security personnel to be digitally recorded is 1,280. Records will cover casualties from anti-Naxal operations in Bastar since the year 2000. Proposed memorials will feature QR codes, enabling the public to access the stories and sacrifices of the personnel. Shortcut to remember: CG Bastar 1280 QR memorials. The Telangana government is developing a modern access-controlled corridor named the Ratan Tata Radial Road. The corridor width is 100 meters. It is currently being developed as a 6-lane road with 3 lanes on either side. A 20-meter wide space in the central median is reserved for future metro and multimodal transport system corridors. The Telangana government ordered private schools to disclose fees, while managements highlighted portal glitches and parents demanded strict fee caps. The Telangana Education Commission official website lists the proposed fee law as a draft bill submitted in January 2025. Private school managements reported technical glitches on the official portal. The Telangana government operationalized TGSAFE to tighten compliance with food licenses and safety norms. The orders establishing TGSAFE came into force from 15th August. Primary mandate is to enforce compliance with food licenses and safety regulations. Telangana retained the 3rd position in software technology parks export performance, maintaining high export productivity despite a wide gap with leading states. Telangana retained the 3rd place nationally in software technology parks export performance. Comparison between the number of units and total export value highlights high export productivity for the state. The Indian Coast Guard reached 25,000 fishermen across the country as part of an intensive safety outreach program. Background: the initiative marks a major milestone coinciding with significant organizational anniversaries of the Maritime Security Force. Total fishermen reached during the safety drive is 25,000. The outreach program coincides with the Indian Coast Guard's 50th year of service. The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas issued an order on 13 August specifying maximum liquefied petroleum gas production levels for 21 refineries and upstream companies. Order issued on 13 August by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Combined production potential is set at 63,810 tons a day. Target covers 21 refineries and upstream companies. Output potential is more than double the domestic liquefied petroleum gas output in the fiscal year ended 31st March 2026. Target accounts for about 70% of the country's daily liquefied petroleum gas consumption. The Ministry of Finance announced in an action-taken reply that steps are underway to fill 38 vacancies in the Department of Investment and Public Asset Management. Vacancies include Assistant Section Officers, Under Secretaries, and Assistant Directors. Matter coordinated with the Department of Personnel and Training, Department of Expenditure, and Department of Economic Affairs. Total vacancies identified under the current review stand at 38. The Controller and Auditor General of India cited violations of Railway Board norms regarding drinking water safety after starting passenger services across 512 non-suburban grade stations. Background: the Controller and Auditor General audit covered passenger amenities and safety protocols across all railway zones in India. E. coli contamination detected in drinking water at Hyderabad and 7 other railway stations. Audit studied passenger services at 512 non-suburban grade stations across all railway zones. Findings highlight violations of established Railway Board water safety norms. Static GK: Hyderabad is the capital of Telangana. India is hosting the high-level environmental ministerial meeting on 18 August under its overarching BRICS Chairship 2026. Event date 18 August. Meeting 12th BRICS Environment Ministers Meeting. Theme for India's BRICS Chairship 2026: Building for Resilience, Innovation, Cooperation and Sustainability. The Ministry of Finance advised government departments to transition from the Wholesale Price Index to the Producer Price Index for future contracts. Transition from WPI, Wholesale Price Index, to PPI, Producer Price Index. Aimed at improving rate escalation and adjustment clauses in future government procurement contracts. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis directed the permanent display of names of 106 martyrs of the Sanyukt Maharashtra movement. Number of martyrs honored, 106. Location of tribute, Air India Building. Initiated by Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. Commemorates activists from the Sanyukt Maharashtra movement. Static GK: Sanyukt Maharashtra movement led to the creation of Maharashtra state on 1st May 1960. Chief Minister Majhi emphasized Odisha's improved standing in the Niti Aayog Investment Friendliness Index during his Independence Day address. Focus placed on Niti Aayog as Investment Friendliness Index. Addressed during the Independence Day speech by Chief Minister Majhi. Aimed at positioning Odisha as a top competitive investment destination in India. Kerala leader Shri K.M. Shaji reiterated his opposition to the Prime Minister's Schools for Rising India scheme. Background: Prime Minister's Schools for Rising India is a centrally sponsored scheme aimed at upgrading select schools to showcase implementation of the national education policy. The scheme focuses on the development of more than 14,500 schools across India. It functions under the Ministry of Education. The initiative aims to provide modern infrastructure and smart classrooms. Static GK: The Ministry of Education is headed by Union Minister Shri Dharmendra Pradhan. The Chief Election Commissioner highlighted that the voter turnout in Bihar surpassed major democracies including the United States, United Kingdom, France, Spain, and Japan. The announcement was made by Chief Election Commissioner Shri Gyanesh Kumar. The turnout surpassed several Western democracies. The elections followed intensive revision exercises. Static GK, the Election Commission of India, is a constitutional body established under Article 324 of the Constitution of India. Constitutional references, Article 324. Tamil Nadu claimed that the quantum of water allocated by the Kaveri Water Regulation Committee and released by Karnataka was insufficient. Background: the Kaveri water dispute involves sharing of river water between the riparian states of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and the Union Territory of Puducherry. The petition was filed by the state government of Tamil Nadu. It challenges the quantum of water released by Karnataka. The Kaveri Water Regulation Committee monitors water release. The letter highlighted alleged flaws in the methodology planned by the Registrar General of India for the second phase of individual data collection starting in September. The proposal was raised by Member of Parliament Dr. Ambumni Ramadas. It concerns the second phase of individual data collection by the Registrar General of India. The census data collection is scheduled to begin in September. Static GK, the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India falls under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Statements were issued addressing the omission of Vande Mataram during State Independence Day celebrations. Singing of the national anthem remains legally compulsory at Independence Day events. Vande Mataram is not legally mandated for mandatory public singing at such official events. Clarification issued following public debates over patriotic song protocols. Constitutional references, Article 51A of the Constitution of India mandates respecting the national anthem. Moving on to news related to state, Andhra Pradesh. Civil aviation operations at the civil enclave of Insdega in Vishakhapatnam shifted entirely to the new airport at Bhogapuram. Background: the civil enclave at Indian Naval Station Dega previously handled all commercial air traffic for Vishakhapatnam before the transition to the Greenfield Airport at Bhogapuram. The final scheduled service from Insdega was the 10:45 p.m. Indigo flight to Delhi. All airline flights moved to Bhogapuram effective 12:01 a.m. on Monday. The airport location code VTZ transferred to the new facility at Bhogapuram. Andhra Pradesh ministers participated in the state-level birth anniversary celebrations of freedom fighter Sardar Gothu Lachana in Vijayawada. Background: organized by the Backward Classes Welfare Corporation to honor leaders who fought for the rights of backward classes and the freedom movement. Event organized by the Backward Classes Welfare Corporation. Celebrations held in Vijayawada. Commemorates freedom fighter Sardar Gothu Lachana and his struggle for backward classes' rights. The Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty announced that the first phase of the Chayutha scheme will also cover persons suffering from specific blood disorders. Administering body, Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty. Covered blood disorders include thalassemia, sickle cell disease, and hemophilia. Implementation begins in the first phase of the scheme. All-seed cultivation has sharply contracted across the Rayalaseema region of Andhra Pradesh due to seasonal and agricultural constraints. Acreage fell from 25,000 acres to 10,000 acres in the current season. Projections indicate further reduction down to 6,000 acres. The decline is localized in the Rayalaseema region of Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh has emerged as the leading state in artificial intelligence, skilling, preparing a large pool of job-ready youth under national digital initiatives. Total job-ready youth trained stands at 1.08 lakh. The numbers fall under the broader Future Skills Prime footprint. Focus areas include artificial intelligence and big data analytics. Sri Lankan authorities directed the return of several containers of chili consignments following similar rejections by China earlier in June. Background: Guntur district in Andhra Pradesh is a major hub for chili production and global export, known for its high pungency and quality varieties. Guntur chilies faced quality rejections from both China and Sri Lanka. Consignments were returned due to non-compliance with prescribed quality standards. Guntur holds a significant share in India's spice exports. This is all for now. Let us meet again in the next session of Current Affairs. Until then, test your knowledge by attempting quizzes. If our resources are useful to you and think may benefit your friends, well-wishers and neighborhood, share the links to them. And finally, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss latest updates. Also coming soon on our channel, General Studies series, Arithmetic and Mental Ability series, and Verbal and Non-Verbal Reasoning. Stay tuned.